Getting leads for your remodeling company does not have to be complicated, especially when it comes to getting those leads from Google. So I'm going to teach you how to do it, no strings attached, as if you're a fifth grader. Let's keep it simple. Getting leads from Google is really, really simple. So it really comes down to four simple things. Your Google business profile, which is that thing that pulls up on Google. Like if you're going to go find a restaurant on Google Maps and all those businesses, that's the Google business profile. Second, it comes down to your website, which is how we validate the stuff on the Google business profile is true from the customer's perspective. Third, Google local service ads. I'll explain what those are simply, but really it's the Google business profile and just putting budget behind it. And then fourth, review generation. Those are the only four things. So if you want to pause the video and just go open up those four things, that would be a good idea. So when it comes down to those four things, we want to start with the most important piece, the Google business profile. Now, you've been cold called about the Google business profile from every single company on the planet. You've told them no, maybe you've told some yes. You've maybe even thought that the Google business profile just doesn't work for getting remodeler leads. Now, I want to address that really quickly. 2 to 3 years ago, there was this thing on Google where you could tell Google that you were a general contractor, and then you would do magic SEO and marketing to convince Google to send you different types of leads inside of that general contractor category. For example, you could list yourself as a general contractor, and then you could get leads for bathroom remodeling. The times have changed a little bit. Think about in the world of AI that we live in. Let's say for a second that you are trying to get remodeler leads. Getting leads as a remodeler on Google Maps has changed significantly. So if you've done, Google business profile work before, or maybe you've hired someone to do it because they cold called you, or you saw an advertisement, this is a category that how it works is that a lot of SEO marketing people will apply very general strategy to extremely specific businesses. For example, they'll do a Google business profile optimization session that they learned how to do from YouTube. And then they do the same work that they would do on a plumber as if they're doing the same work they do on a remodeler. The work doesn't change. They're doing the same thing. But let's think about that for a second. A plumber is going to work with different types of clients, people that are spending significantly lower amounts of money generally. Now, I know that there are larger plumber jobs, but in general, the type of lead that comes from Google, it's going to be someone that needs help with their bathrooms, a quick work in the kitchen, frozen pipe, whatever it may be. Remodeling jobs are entirely different. These are multi-5-figure, sometimes 6-figure jobs. Why on earth would you ever consider that you can do the same work from an SEO perspective and get the same output, leads? It's not how it works. So you can't just rank yourself as a general contractor and get high quality bathroom remodeling leads. So think about it from the customer's perspective. Long ago, you used to be able to Google for bathroom remodel and then a bunch of companies would pop up and they would all be general contractors. About 2 or 3 years ago, Google released new categories. These new categories are like bathroom remodeling, kitchen remodeling, deck building, cabinets, all these different types of categories in Google that now these really high quality leads are being sorted into. They did this because Google doesn't want to recommend the general guy to the specific search. They don't want to give, let's say, little Timmy's mom who wants to remodel the bathroom to look like little Timmy's special bathroom. They don't want to give that person who's searching the general guy. They don't want the general contractor. They want the specialist. So if you're ranking as a general contractor or a general remodeler and your lead flow has tanked, this is why. And no amount of SEO or magic sauce is going to fix it. Here's the real situation. Let's say my wife wants to remodel our kitchen. She's going to go to Google. Now she doesn't know anybody in her phone that's a remodeler. That's where she'd go first. She's going to call her friends, which is a whole other thing on its own. But so instead of going to her phone contact, she goes to Google. So she searches up, maybe she goes to AI mode and she types in, hey, I found this picture on Pinterest of a bathroom I like. Can you help me make that happen? I want to learn about it. And then she has a short conversation with AI and AI is, talking back and making recommendations. Near the end of that conversation, AI then says, do you want to contact a local company that can help with this? Now, what do you think AI is going to recommend? The general contractor to help with the bathroom remodel or the bathroom remodeler? You see what I'm saying? Google doesn't care about the general guy anymore because that's not what the person's looking for. The person is looking for bathroom remodelers. So this is the big change that a lot of SEO people struggle with is people will go and optimize your Google business profile as if you're a general contractor, but they miss the entire strategy behind being a remodeler. So this is the big action step. Go to your Google business profile right now and look at the primary category. If you want more of a specific type of lead, you need to tell Google exactly what you are. So if you want more bathroom remodeler jobs, if you want more kitchen remodeler jobs, change your primary category to reflect that. That's the first thing. Now the rest of your profile should also match that primary category. So you want to look at your company name. If it says JMB Construction, we want to, maybe open up a DBA so you can change the name of your company to be JMB Kitchen Remodeling. Right? You can't just change the name, you have to do a proper DBA. And then also the services and the subcategories, make sure that they have to do with kitchen remodeling or the new category we selected. The reason why we're going to be doing it like this is we really want to focus on giving AI and giving Google, and more importantly, giving the freaking customer exactly what they're looking for. So that's the first change. We want to make sure we isolate the Google Business Profile and create it for a specific category. That way little Timmy's mom finds the specialist and not the generalist. Does that make sense? Now, once you have the Google Business Profile taken care of and we've isolated perfectly the category, then we can move on to the next step. Now, let's say my wife again goes and searches for a bathroom remodeler and she's super excited about it. Now she's looking at 3 different bathroom remodeling companies. Now the question in her mind has changed. She's no longer thinking about, where to find them. She's now been recommended a couple companies by AI and Google. Well, now she's going to go look at the different Google Business Profiles and make some decisions. Now we can talk about the many different things. You can watch my other YouTube videos about how to build a Google Business Profile that wins that search. But let's say she doesn't want to just call one right out the gate. She has some more questions. She wants to do her due diligence. Just like how if you're watching my YouTube videos and you're like, okay, is this Maps Machine guy full of crap? You would go look at my website or maybe go check out my LinkedIn to, do your due diligence. Same thing with your customers. So they're going to go and look at your site and see if you're the real deal. So if they are looking at a kitchen remodeler on Google and then they go to your site and it says general contracting in Utah, what the heck? Come on. The whole point of this is to be relevant to your customer. So we also want to make sure that we build a new site that matches your new hyper-specific Google Business Profile. Instead of a site that says general contractor or, kitchen remodeler and bathroom and basement and deck and, all these different things, we want a site that is laser specific as to what you do. And I'm talking about what specifically you do. Now, a lot of you, when I say like rebuild a whole new freaking website, you're like, oh my gosh, I've heard this before. Someone cold called me, or I saw an ad about some guy that wants to redo my site. Again, I don't care about the fact that we're redoing the site. I care about the strategic reasoning as to why. If your site is broad and talking about the 15 different things you do, and bathroom remodeling or kitchen remodeling is just one of them, I'm not talking about the algorithm anymore. I'm talking about the customer that just came from the Google Business Profile, and the person on the Google Business Profile decided not to call you yet. So they're on your site trying to determine if to call you. What do you want them to see there? Do you want highly relevant, super helpful information about the exact thing they're looking for? Or do you want 15 things that could distract them? What do you think is going to help them make a decision? Capiche? Are we speaking the same language here? So when we have the Google Business Profile and it's starting to get awareness and people are finding you because you're super specific in what you do, and then people are going to your website because they're also really interested in what you do, they're doing the due diligence, that's amazing. Now we're going to start getting some leads, but not a ton. And this is the problem. Most people just stop there and they're like, hey, we do a couple jobs a month, we're kind of booked out. And then over time, they're going to slowly stop getting leads because they're not getting enough reviews and enough little work to get those reviews. If you're getting 1 or 2 reviews a month, that's not enough. Right? You're going to get people in your area that get more than you and will eventually get more authority than you. They're going to be better than you, according to the consumer. Even if you're the best business owner in town, if you have 2 reviews, who's going to call you? Right? So we need to be realistic here. So once we have the Google Business Profile and the site all taken care of, now we got to put more eyes on them. So we use something called Google Local Service Ads, and they're really easy to set up. I have a whole YouTube video about it, but really it's a 15-minute session of you sitting there on Google. You're signing up for what's called Google LSA, and then you're going to tell Google exactly the type of leads you want. And all Google LSA ads is you're boosting your Google Business Profile. Now, LSA ads experts out there are going to be like, no, but you can make it. If your Google Business Profile is good, wouldn't you want more people to look at it? Good. I'm not in the business of covering a turd with gold and saying it's valuable. I'm in the business of making gold and telling a whole bunch of people about it. And that's what we're trying to do with your business. So once we have the Google LSA ads up and they're running and you're starting to get some lower quality jobs, because again, they haven't seen your profile, they haven't seen your site, they're just going to call you from seeing an ad. Well, those are going to be some lower quality jobs. And you're like, Ben, why would I want lower quality work? Because you want more reviews, which is the last step of the system. So we have Google Business Profile, then you have the site, then you have LSA ads that are going to make lower quality jobs and higher volume of calls. So you can send out your junior team to do these jobs and get 5-star reviews for you. The more of these 5-star reviews you get, the better. And I want to be very specific as to 3 different ways we can get reviews. First, super manual. I want to really address this. The old way of getting reviews that are really popular with marketing companies is that they're like, hey, plug in my dumb review software. Sorry, not dumb. Plug in their amazing review software and it'll automatically text your customers. Tell me what would get you to leave a review more. You go to a restaurant, you have an amazing experience. Like seriously, 10 times out of 10, you're like, oh my gosh, this is my favorite restaurant in the area. After you're at the restaurant, about an hour later, you get a text message. And the text message says, hey, did you have a good experience? Leave a review for a chance to get a $10 gift card to come back. You know exactly the text message I'm talking about, right? How many times do you leave a review for those? Not very often, right? So I teach my clients and my audience to do the exact freaking opposite. So instead of some automation that makes it feel like a robot is asking for a review, imagine if the front of the house of the restaurant, like the person at the desk that's setting up the reservations, instead of getting a text, they call you and it says, hey, this is Shannon, front of house at, Thai restaurant that you love. Did you like the food tonight? And you go, well, yeah, it was freaking awesome. I come here once a week. And Shannon's like, oh, you come here once a week? That's awesome. I'm so glad. Would you feel comfortable leaving me a review on the quality of your service tonight? It would really help our business. And we do some giveaways based on the people leave us reviews. You jump into that too. Tell me which one you would leave a review for. This is clear. In the age of AI, when robots are taking over the universe and people are not a huge fan of leaving reviews for automated texts, which one would you leave a review for? The business owner who calls you and takes the time out of their day to say thank you? Or the business owner who relies on a robot to remind you? See the difference? And especially in an industry like remodeling, where every review counts, and we're talking about deals of $50,000, $100,000, $500,000 for a deal, why would it ever make sense, ever, to automate that with some robot? Come on, let's be better here. We're talking to high qualified homeowners that have a network of people that they'd probably refer you. So call them, ask for a review, and when you see that review come in, call them again and say, oh my gosh, thank you so much for the review. You wouldn't happen to know anyone that is interested in the same thing, would you? And there you have it. That is how you get reviews, and that is how you get business. That is how you get leads on Google. You start a Google business profile that is categorically specific as to what you're the best at. For example, kitchen remodeling. Then you build a website that doubles down and hones in and gives tons of examples of amazing kitchen remodeling that you've done. Keynote, don't use AI content, use actual work. If you haven't done actual work yet, go do a kitchen for your own house. Do it at cost, keep it cheap. Use that as your case study. Then from your kitchen remodeling website, and you're starting to get leads because people find you on Google and then go to your site to become a lead, then you're gonna run LSA ads to increase the amount of people that see those things. Make sense? Now, once you're doing those 3 things and you're getting a couple of lower quality jobs from LSA, you're gonna ask them for a review. All these people you're asking for a review manually without using dumb AI, then you're gonna ask them for a referral. And that is what we call a maps machine, a consistent, beautiful way to get leads. That is what I call and have built my entire company around, a maps machine. I want my audience to have a unique and special advantage in the market. And where everybody else is trying to say yes to everything, we on this channel at Maps Machine, what we do better than everybody else is those specialist jobs that those people wish they could get. Those bathroom remodels that are 50 grand for an easy to do bathroom, or a $200,000 kitchen like we got for Greg just last week. The craziest thing that you can do is be general. The most valuable thing you can do for your business right now is be specific. Does that make sense? If you want more information on how to do this whole system and you're kind of tired of the whole marketing agency runaround, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I drop content every single week about exactly what I and my company do here at Maps Machine, no strings attached. Like, this is literally the exact strategy that we do for clients. Now, if you aren't the type of person that wants to learn how to do this and you would rather just have a VIP team do it for you, just click the link in the description. One of my team members will jump on with you real quick. And if we discover a whole bunch of stuff that we can do for you really, really fast to drive leads, we'd love to make you an offer. If we can't, well, then we won't. And I hope that doesn't offend you. We just want to make sure that everybody we work with gets incredible service. And that's actually how we get paid. So anyways, subscribe if that's what you want to do. Book a call if that's what you want to do. Talk to you on the next one.